think it's an opportunity while you're physically in a space to look around and notice that there's opportunity for more.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Angela.
Nice. So, Susan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Susan Wachtel. I'm a furniture design expert. I've been with the company, it's going to be 6 years. Yeah, I really like what I do. I think I'm pretty good at what I do.
Absolutely. And then, Susan, how did you get ready for taking on in-home design consultations after a long pause due to the pandemic?
I think it's clearly there's a difference with the pandemic, right? We want to be conscious and cautious in regard to COVID. And so that is one part, and wearing masks and having that conversation with the homeowners. But it's not that much different. I mean, people are coming into the store, there's a need, and it just sort of naturally evolves in a conversation. If people are really, you can see, interested, curious, really need to do something, but they need help. They really are very lost about how to set up a particular room or challenges they may have with architecture. It just evolves in the conversation, and certainly we offer the mood boards and the browser lists and the floor planning, and sometimes going to a home is necessary. It makes a difference.
So, Susan, how did you initiate your first in-home consultation?
Actually, when we came back from the pandemic, I have a colleague, she's new to the furniture floor. She actually started upstairs, and she got a call. It was furniture call line 1, and it turned out to be a home, it wasn't a new build, but it was a lot of renovations being done. And she talked to me about it. She was a little intimidated at the thought of one of her first projects being so big. So I said, well, do you want to do it together? I've done quite a few of them. I'd be happy to work together. And we did. We worked together. It was a great collaboration.
So can you expand upon that a little bit more and tell me what did that visit result in?
Oh, that visit resulted in a lot. I mean, we did playroom, living room, dining room, kitchen, 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, an office, and everything. We did the furniture, the furniture, all the case goods, rugs, lamps. We really did quite a lot in that job. It was a large project.
Okay. Susan, you spoke a lot in reference to the interaction with your customers, especially with being in their homes. How have you been able to follow up with any conversations with them?
I always, right now, certainly we're challenged with ETAs, and a lot of these big projects have multiple deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
So I really try to be diligent about following up on the deliveries, making sure everything went well. Sometimes people see things in their space, they're like, you know what, I was hesitant about a second chair, but you were right, we can put that in. And I just try to be, I really try to develop good relationships with these people and really follow up and try my best to stay on top of it. And the project that Ashley and I did together, I think it was in the area of like $80,000. It was a big job. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Susan, are there any additional in-home consultations that you'd like to share with us?
I actually had 2. I jokingly call them out-home consultations as opposed to in-home consultations because they were for outdoor. Okay. I had 2 they turned out to be pretty large projects as well. One was like 12,000, and the other one maybe was around 14,000. And sometimes in regard to these visits, I mean, I use the floor planner program, which is really fantastic. I've been doing this a long time. I tell my customers, I started with graph paper and a scale ruler, which is true. And now I have the opportunity to have learned, and I feel pretty proficient with the floor planner program. And sometimes I tell my customers, although we can do the floor planner and you can see it flat and you can see it 3D and you see how it feels, it's not the same as going physically into their space. I jokingly say, my ex-husband on paper looks so good, but in real life, not so much. So sometimes things work on paper, but they have a different feeling. So when you go to these spaces, you really get to see how it feels, and I think it makes a really big difference.
And Susan, finally, What is one thing you've learned from previous in-home consults that you would like to improve on in future visits?
I think that you're in their home, right? So we're focused, our main focus is on whatever room or rooms we're working on. We're there for the living room, we're there for the master bedroom. I think that it is an opportunity to certainly satisfy that need, but it's an opportunity to say, since I'm in your home, I see you have an entryway that's sort of stark. Or when was the last time, does the bedroom need, I'm here, are there other spaces, are there other questions? You have a terrace that seems to have some space that maybe you want something. So I think it's an opportunity while you're physically in a space to look around and notice that there's opportunity for more furniture, more sales.